Hello and welcome to my review of the Aeldari Rangers for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. Now, a set of these 5 Rangers typically costs you £35 separately. For a short period of time, they were available only in the box set there at the back, called the Eldritch Omens box set. But like with the rest of the Aeldari new releases, they've been released separately along with the Shadowrunners and the new Autarch. We're yet to have the individual releases for the Chaos side of the box, and by that I mean the Warpsmith and the Chaos Chosen. I think they'll be released alongside the new Chaos Space Marine Codex and all of the other lovely miniatures. Whether that's going to be before Horus Heresy or slightly after, who knows? I'm thinking it'll be after, because they haven't done that many sort of articles and things. But anyway, let's get into the review. So you've got the 5 Rangers, £35. It's a lot of money for 5 troop choices, pretty much. I mean, it's not like they're Aspect Warriors either. Games Workshop see fit to price them the same as, say, 5 plastic Howling Banshees. The one thing you will get with them, though, is a number of spare parts. You can pretty much build these Rangers in a number of ways, as outlined in the instruction guide, which, if you want to see the full contents, I recommend you have a look at my unboxing. But if we just take a couple of examples, for instance, like this one here, aiming, you can have this one with a dagger and a pistol. This one you can have aiming stood on a rock. So if you were to pick up a second set of these, other than the leg poses, the arms and the weapons and the heads may well look different. So you could have 10 of them and all 10 look unique in a way. So I would often try and factor that into whether you think this set is worth it. We're going to have a look at the miniatures individually. I've built them just as they are in the box set. There's not really a sergeant or a ranger in charge. If I had my way, I'd probably have them operate individually, like a single ranger each, like dotted around the board. But you know, I get it, for morale and for unit cohesion and things like that. They've done it this way. But yeah, these snipers, I say, here's the first one. Either just move those binoculars or monocular down, or about to raise them up to its head. This is the first Ranger in the set. They go together pretty well. So that's the first one. You've got this one aiming on a little bit of a rock there. I've gone for all helmeted heads, but you do have helmetless versions. This one walking forward. This one here just stood. Mold lines are a bit of a pain on these, and the connections, you could probably see the connection there as well. They're a bit tricky to get rid of. And you got this one operating some kind of grav mine or drone or whatever. This is a female though, this one, and I like where they're going with Eldar, having you know, females and males in their sculpts. It's brilliant. Hope we get the same for Guard. And then you've got this with all the like Aspect Warriors and things like that. You're getting one of these shrines. It looks like it's some kind of stag with an arrow, with a bow and arrow. I guess that's, you know, represents its long range, because the Reapers is a, well, it's a Reaper, you know. So that's the Rangers. Let's have a look at these spare parts then. So here they are, and yes, I think you'll agree, we do get a decent number. So you've got another different type of hover drone type thing. You've got some Ranger rifles, some that are sheathed, which is quite nice to see sniper rifles in their sheath, and I guess those ones you can have the shuriken pistols and the blades and things, like this one, about to draw the shuriken pistol. This one's holding a blade. You've got full shuriken pistols there, 2 of them. I think they're both for the left hand though, or this one's for the right, so maybe you could have a kimbo. I don't know, I might try that in the next set. You've got some helmetless heads, look, with scopes, and you know, they really like the top knots, these Eldar. Something about top knots in the 41st millennium. You've got helmetless but with a little hood there, hopefully you can see that. And then I've just got another helmeted head, another one with some kind of visor, a few more helmetless with the top knots. I guess they're feminine, I guess. Yeah, that one definitely is. So yeah, some with masks, half masks. So there you go, a decent number of spare parts there. You know, you could even have these like on a battlefield or as part of scenery or resting against something, so you know, you could possibly use them, or you can double up next time and try and use these in the next kit if you wish to do that. So they're the spare parts. So size comparisons then. I've got a couple of cheeky size comparisons for you. The first one, the first couple, will just be with the models that you get from the set. So we've got a Shroud Runner there, which is kind of like, you know, they've been given a ride on these jet bikes, and there's 2 of them on there, and they're just picking off enemies as they're flying by. How they silent jet, but I don't know, but this one's got a multi-laser underneath it. So that's how they compare to a Shroud Runner. You've got the Autarch, which she, in this case, is pretty tall and will stand up quite proud amongst your Rangers. It does actually seem an odd force to go up against Chaos, you know, against the force that's in the set. But I suppose if you wanted to keep that long range and have her with the Rangers, you could give her the Reaper launcher, I guess. But that's where they measure up size-wise. With the couple of older models that I've, you know, bring back the 90s. This is the old metal Ranger model, and it's absolutely tiny. It's not as sort of bad as a Scout versus a Phobos Marine or something like that. Like, you know, don't ever talk to me or my son again. But the size difference there is pretty hilarious. So yeah, that's the old metal Ranger, and then this is a Guardian, an old Guardian on a smaller base, 25mm base, bit shorter the Guardian compared to these Rangers. But I think that the new Rangers, when I built them, because they're the last set for me to build, well, along with the Wraith Knight, should be the same height as the Rangers. We'll see, you know, in their review. So they're the size comparisons I want to make with Eldar models. This is a comparison I wanted to make with just the Avatar, because I want to put the Avatar in every one of these reviews. So Avatar is a big boy. Very nice and tall, definitely compared to the old Avatar. Lovely mini, that. And then the final 3 size comparisons I always like to make is just with the usual suspects. So we've got Slime Marbo, who is a bit shorter than all of these. You've got a Space Marine. I'm trying to think of the best mini here. Space Marine is similar height, probably a little bit taller than these Rangers for a normal Space Marine. For Primaris, definitely a fair bit taller than these. So if you're going up against Primaris, expect them to be taller than your Eldar force. In the final part of this review, I will go through all of their rules, taken directly from the 9th edition brand new codex. You'll be pleased to know that they are a troop choice, and when I used to take an Eldar army, I think I was cheeky and I took probably like 10 Guardians and a Warlock to give them an invulnerable save, and then 3 Rangers. I mean, you could be super cheeky and take like 6 Rangers, so 2 units of 3, and then I just took loads of Wraith Guard, loads of Wraith Lords, and an Avatar. Maybe a fire prison, I don't know. But yeah, I was a bit cheeky. That's before kind of psychic powers were like absolutely amazing, and you know, and speed was of the essence and all this kind of thing. So they are a troop choice, and they are a power points cost of a 4 and a points cost of 13 points per model. A gloom field is 5 points, and a wire weave net is 5 points as well. You can take between 5 to 10 of them. So yeah, this harks back to the beginning of this review when I said that you could take another 5 and have them in one squad and have them in one unit. Their stat line reads: they're a movement of 7 inches, weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 2+, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, 1 attack, leadership 7, and a save of 5+. Yes, so compared to normal Guardian defenders, their ballistic skill is better, but they're losing out on the save. They only get that 5+ save. More on their cloaks and things in a moment. If this unit contains 6 or more models, it has a power rating of 8. Every model is equipped with Ranger Long Rifle, Shuriken Pistol. Now, the Ranger Long Rifle, it used to have a special rule where if you got, it was a 2+ sniper rifles in the old edition, was a 2+ to hit and a 4+ to wound, and on a 6 it was instant death. They've done away with that. They are a range of 36 inches, which I don't think has changed. They're a heavy 1, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. So already that's a ballistic skill of 2+, so they're going to be hitting on 2s, but the strength is only 4. So yeah, they're not going to be easy to wound things with those long rifles. Each time you select a target for this weapon, you can ignore the lookouts rule. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, an unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts 1 mortal wound on the target in addition to any normal damage. So they still have this kind of, I say instant death, it's an instant wound affliction for sniper rifles. Other war gear or abilities. Other war gear. So you've got the gloom field. Each time a ranged attack is made against the bearer's unit, if the attacking model is more than 18 inches away, then the bearer's unit is treated as having the benefits of dense cover against the attack. Nice. Wire weave net. Once per battle, when the bearer's unit is selected as a target of a charge, you can select for the bearer to activate the wire weave net. If you do so, roll 1d6. On a 2+, the charging unit suffers d3 mortal wounds, and until the end of the next phase, subtract 2 from charge rolls made for any unit that declares a charge against the bearer's unit. So wire weave net, very useful. War gear options. For every 5 models in this unit, 1 ranger can be equipped with one of the following: 1 gloom field, 1 wire weave net. So you've got to pick one or the other. Abilities: battle focus, strands of fate, advanced positions. Ranger cloak. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to a model in this unit while it is receiving the benefits of cover, add an additional 1 to any armor saving throw made against that attack. So that's pretty good. You've got to be in cover to utilise that though, so bear that in mind. But you're adding 1 to any armor saving throw. Keywords: Aeldari, Asuryani, Infantry, Corps, Resonator Shard, Outcasts, Rangers. So there you go. That's the rules aspect of the Rangers. How do they compare to, say, Guardian Defenders? Well, I think they perform different roles. Rangers, you take them in a much smaller unit. They don't have that heavy weapon platform. Guardian Defenders are all about bodies and the weight of fire. From an 18-inch range, whereas Rangers would like to pick off targets and characters from afar and set up in those advanced positions. Compared to the fast attack choice of the Shadow Runners, those jet bikes do give them an extra 9-inch movement, a better toughness, more wounds, more attacks, and a better save. And all of those jet bikes are equipped with the scatter lasers, which you may think it's not the best, but they are firing the scatter laser with the 6 guaranteed shots at a 2+. So, you know, you've got 6 of them, that's a decent 36 shots there at strength 6. It's all right. As well as their Shroud Runner cloak and the target acquisition and Ride Like the Wind. But you're going to be more prone to be moving them, so they're going to be removing 1 to hit because they're moving and firing with a heavy weapon, which a sniper rifle is. I thought they'd have an extra kind of rule to negate that, but there we go. What do you guys think of the Rangers? I think they're really cool models, and they were one of the first set of Eldar models that I really like the look of. I think they're a brilliant addition to the kind of refresh, I want to say aspect warrior units. I think their pricing them at the same as Howling Banshees, you know, for troops is a bit much just for 5 of them. I would have preferred a £25 or even £30 price point. But I do think they have a decent number of options, especially if you wanted to get 2 sets of them. Please put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below as always. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Avatar protects.